Welcome everyone, this is Generic with episode 4 of Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster. It's pretty crazy. We've already gone through 3 of these episodes. And we're just about to the point that we are leaving the Inner Sea. So the world is going to open up for us. If you remember, last time we got the Mystic Key. So let's see. With the Mystic Key, there are several areas that we can now get to additional chests. I think the first place is Astos's castle. Then we've got the Elf Castle, Cornelia Castle, and the Dwarf Kingdom, which we haven't actually gone to yet. So if you don't know where that is, I will show you. Coming up here, turn encounters on. Maybe we'll get lucky and fight something. Monsters. Sixth Wraiths. Let's see. All right. Sorry if you caught any pause. Had a phone call that I had to take. Let's see. Wraiths hit hard too. Falchion. There's Kira. There's that. Probably equip. Oh. Never mind. We will not equip that. More monsters. Check all that. Use a Dia and a Fyra. Everything should be dead. Excellent. Oof. Can't believe he's already got 400 hit points. So the power staff. Sort for items. If we, oh, shoot, wrong button. Yeah, all right. So that's a little bit better. Let's see. And run out of white magic spells. Dia and Fyra. Maybe he'll actually go first this time. Come on, Greston. There we go. Steel gloves, excellent. We will equip those. Drops evasion, raises defense though. Alright, so that's everything in there. I'm just going to turn off encounters so we can go back to the elf castle. And come over this way, up here. Alright. Mithril hammer, 800 gil, 700 gil. Bronze gloves, which I think the steel gloves are better. Yeah. Mithril hammer is better than the power staff. So that's pretty much everything there. So nothing too spectacular in there. But the important thing is we have gotten everything, still got those rooms down at the bottom for the marsh cave. I guess probably go through. I think each of the chests are guarded by pisco demons. So we're just going to keep encounters off. Save ourselves a little bit of time and aggravation. Like I said, except for the shadows, we have gotten everything as far as the bestiary goes. So there's no real reason that we have to fight anything in here. Unless you want to. But I'm already pretty overpowered. So don't really think I need to. Alright. Just in case, we're going to quick save. Anaconda. And use Blizzara. Spread the high level spell love. Silver armlet. So we're going to equip that on Greston because he has significantly less hit points. But look at that increase in defense. It's pretty nice. So if we talk to these people, I'm pretty sure those are the Pisco demons. Yeah. How about that? I was right. So that's actually new. See how much damage they do? It is pretty painful. But Thundara works great, so. We're actually going to save that and just use some of the potions we've gotten. There we go. Come over here. monsters. So there's more Pisco demons. We'll just auto battle. Meh, meh, meh. Not great. Ooh, an antidote. Almost wasn't even worth it. Okay, so there's nothing in there. And then there's one more chest in here, which is probably guarded by Pisco demons. Yeah, we'll just do the auto attacky thing. And that should be the last, let's see, the last level 3 spell that Greston has, which is fine. I don't plan on turning encounters back on until I leave here and get back up north. Those boosts make some pretty large quality of life improvements. So I'm glad that all versions of the Pixel Remaster have those now. I know the PC and mobile ports of this did not initially have it, so had to do things the hard way. Get on our boat. Come up here. We're gonna rest first. Come up to the castle, because remember there's those rooms up here. Which the reason why we have not, or why we're doing the dwarf home last, is because we need something out of here before we can. Ooh, a mithril knife. I think that's good for a black mage also. Yes. Iron armor, tent, and you obtained nitro powder. So this is going to allow us to get out of the inner sea finally. All right, so up here, turn encounters back on. Did I just mess things up? We'll find out. All right, so this is Dwarf Mountain, or Dwarf Town, or remember this place. Eventually, once you get adamantite, you will be able to get the Excalibur by bringing it back here. All the dwarves say lolly ho, kind of like they used to not in the Nintendo version, but in the Super Nintendo game, which got Final Fantasy II or 4, as the case is, all the dwarves said that, so they kind of like made this fit that. A tent, great helm. All right, so that is a much better thing. Maybe not much better, but it is better. Worm Killer is a great sword. Mithril Mail. So a whole bunch of things for the warrior, which you will find if you do not have a warrior in your party. A lot of weapons and armor you will not find any use for. So Mithril Mail makes your evasion go up. Worm Killer, there we go. I don't think anyone that I have can use the Mithril Mail. So, no. Rather have the accuracy. Alright, then we just talk to this dwarf right here. Give him the nitro powder. Nitro powder! The explosive force in this powder will have a canal open up or open in no time flat. I owe ya, Barnes. Which I think is, it means kids. No, we can blast this rock to smithereens. What are you standing around for? That powder's set to blue. Unless you plan on going with it, you'd best get out while you still can. Once again, I'm sorry. I know my voices are terrible, but I can't not do it. Just know that it doesn't sound any better in my head. But with that, now we have opened up the canal and we are able to leave. Ta-da! I kind of wait to see what lies out there beyond the canal. Us either. All right. Make sure. Yep. Got everything in there. There. All right. So it's just the Chaos Shrine at this point. Ooh, look at that. Black Mage killing things without magic. Alright, so we hop in the boat. They're going to come over here. We're going to get attacked by Sahagin. Alright, now we are out in the wide open ocean. First stop, and really the only place that's worth going, is Melmond. Initially, we are able to go kind of over further west. We can at least do some shopping there if we want. We do have a lot of money, so we'll probably do that. Of note, in Melmond here, there is not a place to raise your people, so if they die, you've got to go elsewhere. It's gravestone. Let's see. Primarily, we're going to look at magic. So, Curaga is a definite. We've got tons of money. Life. And here's where we start, like all four of these would be great for me to have, but I feel like of them all, Diaga is probably the least useful, just because Dia and Diara still do really good damage, and I enjoy having additional ways to heal. So, therefore, I will pick Hilara instead of Diaga. I don't know that there's really a bad choice. Like I may have not gotten Curaga instead, but okay, so we got Farago. I don't normally get any of the instant kill spells just because, like I was saying earlier, they have a kind of poor chance to work. Teleport, you may notice there he's dancing. When I go to teleport, he's not. You have to do the class change for your black mage into a black wizard before you can learn teleport, unfortunately. So really, Faraga is the only spell I'm going to get for my black mage. Yep. It's just a farmer. Yep. In the cave on the southern tip of this continent lives a man named Sada. He's a wise man who knows much. So that's going to be our destination eventually. Longsword 20, accuracy 10. So I'm not going to get it right now. I am going to head over and see what is available to us, because right now I don't remember. So come over here, and without encounters, this is kind of a non-event, but if you either want to keep encounters on or you don't have the ability to turn encounters off, depending on what version you're playing, this place does have somewhat stronger enemies. This is actually, if you remember when I was talking about that peninsula, that you would fight a lot stronger enemies than you should be. They're actually enemies from this location. So we can definitely take them, but just know that they are stronger than what you have been used to. Alright, mithril mail, kind of worthless. This mithril shield, not worthless. This buckler, kind of worthless. This mithril helm. and the mithril gloves. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and buy a buckler because it bothered me that that was the only thing I didn't have. And then weapons. Mithril sword and mithril axe. So 23 and 15 or 25 and 10. I think I'm going to go for the mithril sword. But equip, optimal. So if you hit the Y button for view description, this will tell you any special abilities. So this is effective against dragons. I think that's the only one that really does anything as of right now. But it does like 1.5 times damage against dragons. So it can be pretty useful for a little bit. Eventually, just the much lower attack as you get even stronger weapons is just not going to make it worth it. But it is nice to have for now. Yeah. And I think that was that. I'd much rather have the accuracy. All right, look at spells. So, Cure Stone. Once again, the white mage has to become a white wizard before they can learn Exit. But I will get Stona and probably Invisura would be my choice, but I'll figure that one out later. Alright, so Thundaga is a definite. Once again, don't really use instant death spells, which Death and Quake both are. Probably not going to spend the money on anything else other than Thundaga. Then eventually you'll come over here and talk to these sages. I am Lucan. I see a cycle of wrath, a dim light, guided by destiny, about which our entire future revolves. But right now, until you relight the earth crystal, they won't really do anything for you. So with that in mind, we're going to go back to Melmond and I think call the episode there. With our next stop being the Earth Cave. All right. Did I already rest? Okay, yeah, I don't really need to. Restore the crystals to grace. Some knight's armor. Oh, we can get a silver armlet for the white mage. And sadly, we don't have enough for that yet. The cavern of Earth is to the south of Melmond, on a peninsula called Devil's Tail. It used to be the closer you got to that cave, the more fertile the soil. Now it's a barren waste. All right. So if we come down here, in between these mountains, this is where the Earth Cave is. If you head over in this direction, I think, at least in the old original version, you'd get in fights like every step you took. So I don't know if it still does it, but be aware. Gonna do a little bit of fighting around. I'd actually forgotten that I still had these. I think should be earth elementals. Nope, lizards and hill geese. Hill giants are definitely the worst of the two enemies that were in that fight. All right, well. Yep. You may be asking why, after I said, hey, we're going to stop at Melmond, why we're still here. But that's because I want to get that knight armor. So I'm going to get in just a couple fights with the 4 times multiplier. I think we probably already have. Yeah, we've already got enough. So. Well, I'm glad that no one got poisoned. I was expecting that I would. Maybe I can fight that ogre chieftain. Nope. All right. So back in Melmond, go up to the armor shop and buy 1 knight's armor. Quite an improvement. Unless you are talking about his evasion. Sorry, I was just looking at what his defense was now. All right, so now we're going to stop here. And we'll take on the Earth Cave in episode 5. Hopefully you've been enjoying the series, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one.